I hope you guys are following this series because so far we have timed the market 100% right. I mean, I made the first video about Pi back in actually 3 days ago when I told you guys do not buy TGE. You guys already know the price went down till 0.68 cents at around 70% from all-time high. So if you bought TGE, you have lost around 60% of your network in the first day. But of course, you don't sell, you don't lose. I understand. You know, it was a really rocky video. Now, I made the next video the next day and I told you guys Binance listing confirmed, and I told you it was a good entry and maybe it was a good idea to actually get some. I did actually don't buy it. I do not hold any Pi, but it was a good idea because as we already know, Binance listing is coming and we know that it's gonna happen in the next few days, and that of course is really bullish for Pi. But anyway, that day Pi was trading around 0.68 cents and today it is trading at around $1.60. So we are up 146%. If you guys follow my advice, you will be making right now around 150% gains. So the least you can do is at least subscribe and like, and of course thank you on the comment section. Anyways, there is one thing that I have learned about Pi in the last few days that I gotta say, I gotta admit, has surprised me quite a lot. So in this video, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna be actually committing to do something that I have not done before. Remember that I do not have that much knowledge about the core principles of the Pi network, the pioneers, the vision. I don't see the vision, of course. And I'm gonna be talking about good things. I'm gonna be talking about some of the negative things that, I mean, we are all worried about. And of course, the cryptocurrency community is still talking about it, and we saw a lot of drama with the Bybit, of course. CEO now Bybit got hacked by around $1.4 billion, but they actually are back. There was no issues with withdrawals or trading. Everything is normal. But we gotta say, there is a lot to cover here. There is a lot to uncover here. So I will actually have to make a series of videos about Pi, and I'm gonna be, of course, trying to understand a little bit more how everything works. And I'm gonna be talking, as mentioned, first at the start of this video about positive things and about what we have achieved so far with Pi and what I have learned personally about the pioneers, about the Pi network. And at the end, we're gonna be talking about some of the things that, some of the negative things that people are actually worried about or people are complaining about, and they are warning us about Pi. And which actually I do understand a lot of them. And that's the reason why I've actually not bought or traded any Pi coins yet. But if I would have done that in February 2022, today I will actually have some pretty sweet gains. But anyways, that's another story. And now, as mentioned, really time the market. It was pretty easy to understand, guys. Sometimes when you're trading, you gotta like be realistic. At TGE's mining rewards, there's a lot of miners, there is gonna be a lot of coins in circulation, which is actually not the case at this point because only 10% of the Pi supply is in circulation. 100 billion coins total supply, 9.9 billion coins as of right now, and of course that is an issue. We're gonna be talking about that a little bit because the FDV is already at $163 billion and $10 billion market cap, which is really insane. But of course, I do not want to forget to mention that you guys, the pioneers, have surprised me a lot. I gotta say that. I review a lot of coins. I talk about a lot of ecosystems, including big blue chips ecosystems, Solana, which is actually quite trending, the BNB chain, which is really like strong builders, and the community is really strong and they come together to build stuff. But this community, which I understand that the majority is Asian, of course, miners and community members, all that bunch of stuff, it is really strong. My comments, the comments of the videos are very, I mean, when I say something bad, you guys are really like fighting back. When I say something positive, you guys really support it. So I gotta say, this is one of the strongest communities that I have seen so far. And actually, to get the price from 0.68 from 68 cents to around $1.60 in just 2 days, it is really impressive. And that tells you that that tells me that you guys really love this ecosystem. So as mentioned, I gotta like promise, or at least try to learn a little bit more about the core principles of the ecosystem the idea behind the vision. Try to understand. I don't know if I'm ever gonna agree, because I do not use any centralized platform, and we're gonna be talking about centralized issues in the Pi ecosystem. But I mean, it is worth mentioning that you guys are really strong, and actually surprised about that. I remember a few things. I made the first video back in February 1st, 21st. I told you guys do not buy, it's gonna dump. Right, the price went to around $2, then dump all the way to 68 cents. Then I told you guys Binance listing incoming. This could be a good entry. The price looks stable, and the price went to $1.50. And now, what is the next step? That's what we're looking for. Well, a few things can happen. Of course, today we are looking a little bit bearish already, but it's just a small candle. So, I mean, Binance is gonna happen in the next few days. That is the biggest event. After that, I'm not actually not exactly sure what's gonna happen. We're gonna be talking about the open network and some of the promises that they are making, a bunch of stuff. But I gotta say, this is the biggest event coming, and this is gonna happen in the next few days. It's not confirmed the exact date, but the voting is gonna end in the next few days. Over 85% of the voters are actually saying yes. So it's gonna happen. The question is when it's gonna happen. Until that comes, any entry is a good entry, and the best entry was at these levels right here. Now it is a little bit expensive because some people are actually gonna sell the news, and you know that is a little bit worrisome. You actually could lose money on this, but I do not think so. I think that there is still more to squeeze in this game. That's my personal opinion. But at this point, which we actually are like an entry level, like a launch price levels, it is really hard to know what's gonna happen. But anyway, for the Binance listing is still really positive. Just gotta say that is the biggest event. Now, tokenomics is something that worries me a lot as well, because $10 billion for the ecosystem. Right now, the circulated supply is 10 billion, and we are already at $160 billion FDV, and we are at $10 billion market cap. So the foundation reserve around 10 billion coins. That is a lot. But of course, if you talk about percentage, it's not that much because it's only 10%. But pre-mining event around 20 billion, which is not still in the market yet. Mainnet mining rewards around 45 billions, which is actually, I believe we are in the open network. The mainnet is already here, which actually gonna be making more technical videos later on about each specific thing. So if you actually want to see that, subscribe and like, and of course follow us on X and join our Telegram group. But the tokenomics are really looks like there's going to be a lot of inflation going on. A lot of tokens are going to be going to the market as a chain. Of course, it makes sense, but there is some concerns that it's actually doubling every single year, and that could be a problem. So let's actually go over a few concerns, and this thread actually summarizes the concerns that actually most people have. Now, CEO of Bybit, which we are not going to be getting into any drama, accused Pi of being a fraud. They're concerned about the lack of transparency, centralized, of course, control of the network. I mean, KYC, KYB, and a lot of requirements that you got to do to be able to get involved. They say that is because they want to be compliant in pretty much anywhere in the world. And of course, but I mean, we are moving toward decentralized applications. We are not really into normal information, so I can use your platform. Personally, I do not like that. I don't use any ecosystem that actually requires me to do KYC. Centralized exchanges is only one, which is Binance. So, I mean, it is a little bit confusing. But anyway, also, and this actually could hold the network back because most of the other layer 1s, layer 2 do not require you to do a KYC to use the network or to pretty much do a lot of things, which you don't need to do it right now because you actually can buy Pi on centralized exchanges that is still not regular. But if you actually want to use the app, the applications, and the ecosystem, you do got to do KYC and KYB. I believe that is the case. I'm going to be verifying that as well in the next videos. Now, discrepancies between the number of users, declared users, and the actual users are actually off by 50 millions, which is a problem as well. I mean, so yeah. Reports indicate that Pi network has been accused of leaking personal information. Chinese police have warned that the operate lures users with false promises only to exploit their data. So data leaks issues, and of course transparency. after the sharp decline of 0.5, but we're not going to be talking about that. So volatility, tokenomics are not that great. I talk about that. Inflation is going to be really high. I'm talking 90% of the coins is still not in supply. At least that's what is declared on CoinMarketCap. It could be different, but a lot of coins are going to be going into supply in the next few years. So yeah, that's worrisome. Now, Pi Network claims over 60 million users. However, it is significantly lower, of course. The wallet, the number of wallets, and even fewer active wallets reveal a potential discrepancy in its claims. So this could be an issue. This raises questions about the project's transparency and actual user engagement. Now, I gotta say, the users are there, but we don't know if it actually is the right number of users. I'm talking about, of course, the Ponzi scheme allegations, about the main source of growth is gonna be referral systems. We talk about that as well, and Ponzi sort of structures, allegation of being a data breach source. Over 10,000 Vietnamese people lost their data. Information was leaked to the public, and I mean, circulation is being double every single year. Chinese warns, and I mean, there is a lot of things, a lot of things that do not help the ecosystem. But we have having these issues for the longest, I mean, for years now. But now that the coin actually launched and is actually trading, all these come to light. And I mean, there is a lot of speculation about it, and a lot of skeptical people about Pi, including me as well. I gotta be honest, and I want my editor to put this here. I do not hold Pi. I have never trade Pi. And you know, because I want to be honest, I made the videos with my opinions, but I have not traded it because I don't like centralized protocols. That's the way that I do it. And I don't really understand the Pioneer's vision that much. I'm just getting started with this. So I'm just gonna be sharing my opinions. On the comment section, if you have any information, any positive, negative information, if you think that I should learn something, anything that you think that is gonna help me understand the vision or understand the protocols, any facts, any info, anything that is interesting, let me know in the comment section. I'm actually gonna be learning a little bit more about Pi and about the whole ecosystem. But so far, I'm still not ready to get into the coin or Pi or anything like it. But I'm gonna be committing to, I'm gonna be trying to learn a little bit more. I'm gonna be digging deeper. I'm gonna be making regular videos on it and try to understand, try to get to a place where I say, okay, I'm comfortable enough to go over this, not invest, or even to get some Pi. Because at the end of the day, even we are traders and we are investors, even if we don't really like the ecosystem, but we see that there is a chance to actually generate funds or make money, we're gonna go for it. And that was this time right here, about 16 cents. So I hope you guys made some gains. It was a pretty good trade. I hope you guys take some profits. Keep that in mind. You don't make any money until you don't take profits. Remember, even it could go higher, taking profit is not a problem. And of course, the Binance listing, I'm gonna keep you guys updated. So if you actually want to be aware of the exact date of all the information, any official updates, make sure to subscribe, of course, to get that information. But yeah, I mean, it's been a journey. We timed the journey 100%. We knew what was gonna happen. It actually happened exactly as we were thinking that was gonna happen. But the second pump, this recovery right here, it was pretty impressive. And I gotta say, even myself, I'm surprised that this happened so fast. The volume is still around $1 billion, so there's still a lot of traders. And the good is still yet to come, I believe, for the Pi network. Binance could bring another $1 to $2 billion worth of volume. So that could be pretty impressive. We don't know what sort of volume it's gonna be, but Binance actually brings a lot of bullish traders to the platform, to coins, and we should see a pump, which is called the Binance pump. So yeah, I mean, let's see how it goes. But anyway, as mentioned, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Stay safe, stay in crypto, and let's see where this goes. Actually, I'm actually excited for this one. I'm excited. So let's see. Stay safe.